cowboys and babies. It's like, who would have thought?
That sounds like I'm making a sneaky link or something. I'm not.
This book is making me want to be run over.
I like to just pretend stuff isn't happening.
He's not calling her little girl or anything, which I suffered through those books.
I'm genuinely just now processing them writing an actual book.
Hi, buddy.
Hi guys, so I just am starting book number 1. I've actually started this book a couple times and put it down, and I actually got 20% into it earlier this year. That is Reckless by Elsie Silver, and I am going to continue that right now. I don't know why I got the urge to do that, because also it's like very summery. Well, I think it's like Christmas time in the book, but whatever. It's getting an adaptation that just came out, and also her new book just came out, so I've just been thinking about it lately, and I got it in my head and I'm like, I'm in the mood for this. I'm continuing that. So I got on my Kindle and I was on like 18% through it, and I did go back to the beginning, and I started off kind of skimming it, but where I'm at now I don't remember, so I've just been reading it now. But now I'm like 11%, so I'm gonna try and get back to where I was. I don't know why I was really in the mood for this. I think just like the cowboys. Maybe I'm in the mood for something like different, because I read The Dead Romantics and that pumpkin spice and everything nice, and those were kind of just like wholesome romances. Maybe I'm in the mood for something a little more edgy, spicy, whatever. So this follows Winter, the sister to Summer in the first book, and the love interest is a bull rider and Winter is a doctor. I don't know for sure what the trope is, but Winter is married but her husband's like a piece of shit, and then she's going to this small town, and Theo is the bull rider. I think he's like younger than her. It might be age gap. I'm gonna keep going and I'll let you guys know if I figure it out anymore. I remembered what the trope was in this book, and we're officially in new territory. I have not read this far. With what just happened, I'm a little like shook, because now we jump 18 months forward. So I'm so interested into seeing where this goes, and I was gonna stop reading, but now I can't. Guys, we need to talk about this book. I am 37% now, but keep in mind I was already like 18% and then like I skimmed that. This book is so addicting and fast paced, because also all of the chapters start with text messages. That's just like, you know, an added bonus. Yeah, I'm really liking this. Cowboys and babies. It's like, who would have thought that was like the dream? I'm not gonna say like what another trope is in this book, because I think it's kind of spoilery. There was kind of like a miscommunication, but it wasn't even like miscommunication. It was just like he literally did not get the message. Now they're kind of playing catch up with that. Before we found out the reasoning to that, I was so conflicted and confused, because I'm like, how is he gonna redeem himself? Because that was insane. But it was explained and I do get it now, and yeah, I'm obsessed now. So I can't wait to see how their relationship grows. I can't believe I'm already 37% through, because like I said, it's just so fast paced. The chapters are so short, and last night when I was reading it, I literally could not put it down because it is so good. Gonna keep reading today. I'm excited. This book is making me want to be run over in a way that it's like, you know, I wish I could feel loved like that. This is me trying not to spiral. This is kind of sweet. Let's talk about it. I kind of am thinking a 4-star, but it could change. I'm just seeing the picture on the cover again in a new light. This book just makes me feel so unwell, in the sense that I don't have a cowboy. Even before I picked this up again, I was back in my writing era, which I don't know if I've said on here, but my book is cowboy. So it's safe to say I'm already obsessed with that vibe anyway. And then reading this, it just got to an unhealthy point. I've been on freaking Facebook Reels watching videos of Riley Green all day. I've been on Pinterest, been just so in my head about my book too, and it's just adding to all of this. And then reading this, it's just like, oh my god. So it's safe to say I really enjoyed this book. This actually felt like the fastest book ever to read, which I feel like at some points though I was kind of, well, and since I did like re-skim the first 20% since I'd already read it, that helped. And also just like the text messages at the beginning. Theo Silva is just the man. The man. I loved everything about it. I loved everything about it, but I'm gonna list some things I didn't like. The beginning with the like miscommunication, that kind of pissed me off a bit. And I feel like at some point some things went a little fast, and just obviously this is a more spicy book, which I literally don't really ever read, but I really enjoyed this book and I really am excited to finish the series. But I'm also like scared because I've just been dragging this out for like years at this point. Like I read Flawless in 2023. Maybe it's higher than a 4. I don't know. I can't think straight. Like even reading this book, my brain is just like, I'm so jealous I could cry. I could just cry, period. So I don't know what I'm gonna read next. For some reason I'm not in the mood to continue Harry Potter. I might read this, or I might read like a fall book. I honestly have too many options, and I'm in such a mood where everything sounds good. But I will let you know. I'm probably gonna read like a couple samples of books or something and see. I thought I'd share some other recent cowboy obsessions, because if you're like me and you need some rabbit holes to go down, here you go. Specifically music. Recently I actually saw Bailey Zimmerman in concert. Literally love that man. Such like an ADHD king. Like even when he was performing, he was like, my shows are filled with ADHD, blowing shit up, and I don't remember, cartwheels maybe. So I just fell even more in love with him then. So I've been listening to a lot of him, specifically Chevy Silverado, Coming in Cold. Those are the main two right now. Both of them I could cry over. I also love Sam Hunt. I grew up on him. Like he's my childhood favorite country artist. Love him. Normally I only listen to his older music off Montevello, but recently I've been listening to his newer stuff. I just saw this on TikTok, Facebook Reels. I'm so old when I say that. Brunette by Tucker Wetmore, because he says in it like, I need a 5'5" brunette with brown eyes. I'm like, so recently I did that. It's been my recent obsessions, along with watching Riley Green reels. So in case you want to obsess over some cowboys, I genuinely need to be stopped. Like someone needs to take me out or something. This is getting bad. Hi guys, I literally just got my hair cut, so don't mind me if I'm like touching it and whatever. So this morning I started our next book, which is Wild Reference. I haven't been in the mood for fantasy really this whole year, but starting this I was instantly put in the world because I love her writing so much. So far what I've gathered is they're gods and goddesses, and our main girl is a goddess. I understand really like nothing about the political system and how the gods and goddesses work and whatever. There was some information in the front of the book though about that, so I obviously will go back. But normally if that happens, I have a hard time getting sucked into a story if I'm not understanding it right away. But this, her writing, I'm just already sucked into the story, even though I don't necessarily know what certain things mean. I'm really liking this. I downloaded the sample, of course, which this sample seems longer than other ones. I don't know if it's because the book is longer or because I actually went on my computer and then sent it to my Kindle because it wasn't showing up on here. Like even the ebook on my Kindle wasn't showing up, which I thought was weird. 20 pages into the book, and that is only 46% of the sample, so I'll get like the first 50 pages. So that's really nice. And then we'll switch obviously over to this beautiful book. I'm still not over this. I think once I learn more about the story, I'm gonna freak out even more about it, so I'm gonna try not to do that to myself now. So yeah, I'm gonna keep reading and I will come back with any thoughts. As of right now, I have literally no clue what's going on. I haven't even read the back of this book. All I know is it's loosely in the Divine Rivals world, which I'm praying for a crossover. No clue who the love interest is, but it looks like our main girl, she's still like 12 right now, I think, but it looks like when she grows up she will be like a messenger between realms. So really interested about that, and I really hope we get a Divine Rivals crossover. I think I'll actually sob.
Hi friends, so I do have some book updates. I got literally just like a couple pages more further into this. I do have the audiobook on Audible from this because I used a credit on it, but I don't know if I'm gonna listen to it yet because I still am figuring out the world and everything. But yeah, still super hooked about this and I can't wait to get more into it. I'm like in such a reading mood, but I'm in such a reading mood that I like don't know what I want to read. We're also gonna be starting another book, which this was kind of expected, honestly. I went down like an hour plus long cowboy TikTok rabbit hole last night. I didn't necessarily want to start Hopeless right away because I kind of wanted to spread it out since it's the last book in the series, but I think we're gonna be starting this. I was texting bestie Ashley about it and we were like, we should buddy read it, and then we were both kind of like, wait, like right now? And yeah, it's right now. I got the audiobook on Audible because today I have like hours and hours of audiobook tasks. So I'm like, I need something and I don't really want to listen to this. I got this and I accidentally read the premise of it, which I would have figured it out from the cover, I think. But it's like fake dating and there's an age gap. And I've read, I think, a couple age gap books before, but this is the first one where it's like the girl is my age and the guy's like way older. So it's gonna be a little weird, I feel like. But I like to just pretend stuff isn't happening in real life and in books. So we're just gonna ignore that and move forward with it. I'm gonna listen to this one today. I'm really excited about it because Bo has just been so just like hinted at. Like there's been so much just lore dropped about him. And obviously it's still like small town cowboy, but also he was in the military, and I have read a couple military romance books. Some have been historical and some haven't. Mostly by Rebecca Yarros, I think. And I've ate them up. So super excited about this. Actually, the age gap definitely is throwing me off a bit. And also in the last couple Chestnut Springs book, Bo's low-key been acting a little interesting. So I'm intrigued to see like what's going on and like why he's acting like that. And of course see my Pookies, specifically see Theo Silva again. With all that being said, let's get into this book. It's gonna be weird though because I haven't been like last year in 2023 especially, I would be reading 3-ish books at a time, but this year I really haven't been doing that, and I've been really liking it, honestly. And I also haven't been really listening to much besides like Harry Potter, and that's like something I've read before, so it's like, you know, so this could be interesting. This is why we're mood reading this week, because this is just such a random combination of books.
Hi guys, so I have been listening to this book literally all day because I just had so much cleaning, organizing, decluttering to do. So we actually are a good ways into it. Audible like doesn't tell me the percent into it, which I literally stopped with 1 minute left in a chapter. That's gonna trigger me. Okay, so I am like 40% done. Page 242, that's kind of crazy. Holy shit, there's 530 pages in this. That's really crazy because I've basically listened to an entire book today, if that tells you. And I'm on 1.2, mind you. So I just went and picked up my second fun drink of the day. It's from Scooters. I think Scooters is just like a Midwest thing, so if you don't have it, I'm sorry. But this is a Red Bull infusion. It's the Summer Horizon, Strawberry Horizon. It normally has peach and pomegranate in it too, and I got no of that. So it's just strawberry flavored Red Bull with strawberry drizzle. It is gas. And I had a half off coupon. Book update. I'm really liking this. Hasn't been too annoying with the age gap either. Like he's not calling her little girl or anything, which if he was, that'd be a problem. But Elsie Silver just can write a man. They just all are so down bad for the woman, and they will do literally anything for her. Like, is it that much to ask for someone to be so obsessed with you that they do freaking anything for you and just care so much, and like just so acts of service and like so protective and like possessive, but not in like a gross way, you know? Like that is just what I eat up apparently. And so far this one, I feel like it hasn't been as spicy as the other one so far. It's definitely mentioned, but it's not like happening, I guess. That's like the one thing about these books that is a little bit like, okay guys, let's tame it down. Other than that, I'm absolutely really enjoying this. I might read a little bit now on the Kindle or listen more. I don't know. I'm kind of done for the day. I'm tired now. Maybe I'll finish my chapter and then I'll switch over to Wild Reverence because I do really want to read that too. I just started reading again and it did remind me. So Bo was in the military, as we talked about, and something big happened that has really been messing with him, and we actually just learned more about that, which was really interesting. And I just feel like our main girl she's exactly what he needs during this time with everything he's going through. It's really refreshing to see that because some other people in his life are just kind of like walking around eggshells on him, but she will tell him how it is, which is what he needs. So this is like fake dating, and it's very like loose. I feel like they're together, but it's not, kind of like whatever, which like it's fun, it's fine, it's going great. See, this is what's so hard about being back into writing too, is I read less than a chapter of this book and then I'm distracted and I'm like, wait, I should write, and then vice versa. But I just went on Instagram Reels And I saw a TikTok of that you can change the Google Doc size to be in like the book paper size. So I'm gonna do that now, and then I'm probably gonna shit my pants over how many pages it actually is. So let's do it together and hope I can figure it out. Okay, right now I have 44 pages. I'm like freaking out right now. I am going through and formatting. I'm genuinely just now processing them, writing an actual book. I'm going through and formatting it because I have no format right now before this. So it's like book page size, margins are good, line spacing's good, it has page numbers, it has chapter numbers. This feels too real and is too motivating. Since I've got back into writing, it's been really therapeutic in the sense that I trauma dump on all of my characters and give them all of my issues instead of dealing with them myself. And I told myself today, I was like, no, like I can't write it all today because I actually have other stuff to get done. Here I am. It's 7 o'clock. I'm locking in for the night. I was gonna read today. I don't think it's gonna happen. I read like a little bit. I can't think about anything other than this. So that's what we're just gonna do. So I formatted everything to like book size and everything, and I have 133 pages, which I feel like I would easily be done with this, but I am a perfectionist. So I literally last night I read this cover to cover and worked on editing all of it. I started adding, and I'm just like, I really need to force myself just to push through and get to the 300 or whatever page mark, because then I can go back and edit it, because every time I open this doc I think of something I want to change and then I just do it right away, whereas I think I want to just push through and try to finish it. Something that is so motivating is the feeling I'm gonna get once I print everything out and can like highlight it. I can't wait. So I think that is what we're gonna work on doing. Hi guys, it is Sunday night. I have not been reading like at all, but I finally am sitting down to read some tonight. I just have no desire to read, which like, hey, this is mood reading, and that is the whole point. There's just a lot going on up here right now, so I feel like that's why. But yeah, I'm hoping to get more into this tonight, because also remember this happening with some other books in the series and just like other romance books in general. I get bored when we get to this point in the book where like they're doing stuff and stuff is happening, but they're not like talking about it, putting a label on it, and won't just like admit that they're actually in love with each other, you know? That's where right now I'm just gonna lay in bed and read, honestly. It's like 8 o'clock, but like I'm done for the day. I'm gonna try and chug this protein drink and then go to bed. Trying to be healthy is so fucking annoying. I literally don't have anything to say about the book. Like it's whatever, but the age gap isn't bugging me too much, but there's been like more mentions of it than I'd like from him. It's like, just don't mention it, you know, and we'll be good. Because I've heard a lot of books that are like, it's like gross, but it's just like saying that she's younger, whatever. So it's fine, but it's still like, okay, all right. I've not continued Wild Reverence at all, so once I finish this, I'll probably listen to that more, read it more. Okay, I did read a little bit more last night, so I have that little bit left. I think like 75% through maybe. I don't have any other thoughts or anything. It's just like going good. I feel like now we're at the point of the book too where I'm gonna have to start skimming every other chapter, because all it's gonna be is spice, but it gets me done with the book faster, so I'm not mad. But yeah, I literally have to finish this today because my reading goal is just getting farther and farther away from me. Also, this video is supposed to go up Sunday and today's Monday, and I still have to finish the Rebecca Ross book, so I gotta get reading, in other words.
Uppy. Good boy. Hi, buddy.
Something's going on and I'm scared for my pookies. Elsie Silver low-key got me with this. I did not expect this. Okay guys, I did finish Hopeless this morning, which I ended up giving it a 4 because I just really love this world, but I feel like there were some things in this that weren't expanded upon enough, like certain plot points with both of their lives, really, where especially her family, they were just mentioned to be like, I'm sure there was mentions in the other books too, but like following her, I feel like there should have been more about that a little bit, maybe. But yeah, this is just very like romance heavy, but I feel like normally I love like a book where there's more than just like romance going on, like a literary fiction with a side plot of romance or fantasy, whatever. But I really have been loving this world lately and this vibe lately, so I feel like that's why I enjoyed this more, because the first two in this series, I suffered through those books. Like, it took me forever to finish Heartless. Like, I'm talking like 8 months. And then Flawless I just didn't love, but yeah, I did still enjoy this one. It's just, the series is just so like vibey. I don't know how to explain it. These characters all are just amazing. So is the town, and it's cowboy, so what can I say? Back on the shelf she goes. I have some audiobook things to do, so I think I'm going to pick up this because I used one of my Audible credits on it. It was like right when I was canceling Audible, so I think I'm gonna resume with this, which I'm into this, but I'm not like into it, you know? And I don't really know, probably because I refuse to read the back of the book and just not sure like where the plot's necessarily going. I'm starting from right here. Hi guys, so I have finally been continuing this. I've just been listening this morning for maybe like a half hour now, and I'm like that far in, and I just got really into this book where the first 100 pages were kind of rough to get through, and I wasn't really understanding the world, which I still don't completely understand, but I definitely understand it better now. But something, sorry, Zeus was just like licking a jelly cat. Anyway, but something just happened, so Matilda's world kind of just completely changed, and she has to go to different places and all of that. And we're also now getting more chapters from the main guy, Vincent, and I can kind of see like where the romance is going, and so far I'm already obsessed with it. So I'm so excited to get more of that. They just grew like 3 years, so we just kind of jumped 3 years ish, and I'm also about to be on part 2, so I feel like that's gonna be another jump because they're still only like 16 right now, and I know this is like an adult fantasy, so I'm assuming they're gonna be older, because she's one of my favorite authors, and I was like beginning to doubt if I'd like it as much, even like half than Divine Rivals, but so far it is going good. What the hell? What the heck? I'm thoroughly obsessed with this book now. I don't know if I said, but today's Tuesday, by the way. So I'm this far in, maybe like a third of the way done, and now they just reconnected for the first time, and it is 13 years later since they last saw each other, and there's a little bit of resentment just with stuff that happened, but from my perspective, seeing both sides of the story, it like makes total sense. But like on his side, he's mad, and I get it. So I'm really interested to see how they're gonna get through that, because I don't know if I want to read some miscommunication, you know what I mean? So I just hope they can, because I just love them both so much, especially Vincent. He just is such a sweetie, and I really can't wait to learn more about him, because we really haven't gotten like a ton of his chapters, and the ones that are shorter. I don't know where the plot is going at all. I'm really kind of confused because I don't really know what all else has to go on, but I'm really enjoying this now. I'm really hooked. Okay guys, I've listened for a while today. Today's Wednesday, and I'm like 50% now, and I just cannot get sucked into this book. When I'm listening, I've been like a little bit sucked in, but I just have no motivation to read this really at all. With Divine Rivals, nothing too crazy was going on plot wise, but with this, like, really nothing's going on. I mean, we're getting a little bit of conflict now, but I'm still like bored low-key. I really just want this on my Kindle too, but I'm not paying $16 for it. The reading vlog is such a flop, and it's literally mood readings. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm kind of thinking I could DNF it, but I do like Vincent, the main guy, enough to like keep going, and I also do really like Matilda too, but there's just like nothing going on. Okay, I don't remember much about the politics from Divine Rivals, but this might be related, so I'm gonna look this up actually. God, that's kind of bad. Oh,
Okay, hi guys. Don't literally just disregard everything happening behind me. Just hashtag small business owner things. I'm outside of the double-decker Barnes & Noble right now, and I just picked up this book, which I was not gonna read it right away. I was gonna wait until I was in the mood to read it, even though I was really excited about it. But my friend texted me, she's like, have you got fake skating yet? I'm like, no. And she's like, I cried. I'm like, I'm going to the store right now. So I went, I just picked up, and Barnes had like all this stuff out. They had like a fortune cookie thing you could make. They have this random piece of ribbon that you can make into a bookmark. They have an actual bookmark, and they have a sticker. And I sat down to read it, and the dedication, it was just like a knife to the heart. Like, it hit. And then I started reading the first page. I'm like, and then I got to this line about how like he makes specific Spotify playlists for everything, and I'm like, I actually need to vacate the Barnes & Noble, go get a pen, and annotate this book. I never annotate books. Never. I've highlighted maybe like 4 lines in my entire life, but I got the urge to annotate this book. That is how strongly I'm gonna feel with this. I'm in my mom's car, vroom vroom.
I'm in my mom's car, broom broom.
So I hope I can find a pen in here. Is this a pen? I got a bunch of dog fur, but I got a pen. Should I do it? Should I just vandalize this book right now? It's blue. Oh, we really can't do that. The way you are doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. You are exactly how you're supposed to be. You are perfect. And you might not have met them yet, but there are people who are going to love you because of the way you are. I freaking love Lynn Painter.
Hi guys, don't like hotels, much less being in them alone. I'm only here alone for a couple hours. That sounds like I'm meeting a sneaky link or something. I'm not, but yeah, so I'm gonna start this book. I don't know what it's about other than like fake dating, and I'm assuming he plays hockey. I'm gonna get into this, and I actually think I might do a little annotation too. I might see if the hotel has a pen I can steal low-key. Because if y'all are causing me this much anxiety, the least you can do is give me a pen. I got this hoodie today at the mall. I just had a solo day today. It's from Abercrombie, which if you've seen, literally all of my hoodies that I wear are from Abercrombie, and I love them so much. And I was in there, and they had a bunch of like cowboy stuff, and I was looking at this one, but like it wasn't speaking to me that much, and then I saw this one, and this was speaking to me, because I've been wanting something like, well, especially now since we're getting into the nitty-gritty of the book writing, and my book is cowboy. I wanted something, because I bought like a bookmark the other day at a local bookstore, but I'm not putting it in a single book until it's my book. I made that bet with myself. So I wanted like a sweatshirt or a t-shirt or something cowboy, because I don't have anything to like represent my book kind of in this. It says Badlands Ranch Rodeo and then Buffalo Rodeo, but I really like this, and it's my favorite type of hoodie, so I got it. And I like the color, and it's embroidered. I also treated myself to this because I decided that I am going to, there's no my goal is it's going to happen. My first draft is going to be done by the end of this year. Yep. We're putting that out there. We are putting that out there because it is happening. I'm really excited about that. I am going to read, might also write some. I kind of am doing like an outline right now, but also just like writing, and I also might edit some. I don't want to turn this off because I'm scared here. Y'all don't want to see me anymore probably. Like, I'm kind of hungry too, but like I don't want to go downstairs or out to the car alone. I got Bonnie here with me though, so we're good. My pillow pad and my blanket are still in the car though. Let's see if the hardcover's cute. Oh. I mean, this is really cute, but I wanted something like here, you know? Okay, let's talk about it. Dust jackets on or off? Normally, I leave them on because most of the hardcovers I've been having lately have sprayed edges or like colored this. And when I read Fourth Wing for the first time, the sprayed edges, like when I was holding it, left like a black residue on my hands. So now whenever I have a naked hardcover, it stresses me out because I feel like it's gonna do that. And or like this, but this is fine. I came here to say something. I moved the camera and I see a crumb on the bed. I'm looking at it with my tripod and it's not working. Oh my god, I fucking hate hotels. What I've gathered so far is that I think they used to be childhood best friends, and I think she's moving back to town. And yeah, it's just really cute how this is. We're actually starting in the guy's perspective.
crazy. What I came on here to say, he came through the front doors after practice and inhaled a few bowls of goulash. Is goulash like a nationwide thing? Because I thought it was just a Midwest thing, because I've never really heard of it before, but I love some goulash. Okay. Wait, is he cousins with Liz? I think he is. Oh, wait. Oh, yay, this is fun. I needed air and music. So relatable. I had a cousin who neurotically made playlists for every waking moment of her life, and that slight obsessive habit had rubbed off to me at the point I couldn't deal with the harshness of reality anymore unless I rolled it around in music first. Yep. He's giving obsessed. He's giving my MMC. A flashback. Ooh. Write that down. Write that down.
The literal classic YA girl gets knocked over or her bag falls or something like that.
He calls her by her last name. He has a nickname in this, Zeus. That is my dog's name. So it's like a little bit like weird. Alec, my Alec was standing right in front of me. Aw. We were back. What are we back about? How dare she? How dare she look? Oh, he's so simp. Oh my god.
It's Sunday now, I'm home clearly, but I do have some book updates. Both these books are honestly kind of pissing me off because they're both like 500-ish pages and I just cannot get fully sucked in. Fig Skating, I'm like 50% through and like it's good, but like nothing too crazy is happening. It's just like them going to school and everything, so I don't really have motivation to pick it back up when I'm not reading it. And I'm getting kind of frustrated because like I really want to be reading. These books are just like not holding my attention, and this especially, I'm 50% now. I have no interest in picking this up, so I think I'm just gonna fully audiobook this because I have it on Audible. I used to credit and just the font's small and I just like cannot get into it. I'm like, maybe I'll just like softy enough them, but then it's like I'm 50% through and my reading goal. Hi guys, I did in fact finish, I keep almost saying Betting on You, Fake Dating by Lynn Painter. I landed on a 3.5 for this one. At first I was like, maybe that's a little low, but I really have not thought about this since I finished it like early this morning, but it was fine. It was a good time. I think it did drag a little bit and I definitely kind of wanted more of the past. But yeah, it was still a good time. I just love like a YA romance every once in a while. I thought it was cute also because like Minnesota, I've literally been to the freaking mall that they're talking about in this, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'll even finish Wild Reverence in this. I'm gonna listen to it throughout the week, but I'm just sick of forcing myself to finish books because it slumps me out. I'm not sure if I'll see you guys again, but I'll come back for a wrap up.
Hi guys, so I have been listening to this today and yesterday. Let me actually find where I'm at. I'm maybe almost 2/3 the way done and still not a ton has happened, but we did just get a really kind of emotional scene and I was like, oh, that like hurts. So that was really interesting and I'm definitely interested in seeing how that gets resolved. It says I have 6 hours and 41 minutes left, so I maybe won't finish it today. This is just a book that I cannot get into reading physically. I just have only been able to make progress on it listening to it, so we'll see, but hopefully this week I will finish it. I am going to sit down and finish the book hopefully, and I was like, I need to do something, and I've been thinking about doing something like crafty lately, so I think I'm gonna do a diamond painting. I literally got this at like an Amazon return store for like a couple bucks years ago, so I'm so excited. I also have this like big Christmas one and I'm like, I should probably start soon if I want to like hang up for Christmas time. Progress update. I don't know if this is the start of the series or not. I can't remember if it even is going to be one, so we'll see how this ends. Guys, 50 some degrees out. Okay, it's 68.
The windows are opened. I have 3 hours and 45 minutes left. And I'm gonna lock in, do my diamond painting. I forgot how long these take. I was like, yeah, I could finish this today. It's been 2 hours and this is all we have. And I already had like half this done.
I'm interested in the book now. I don't really know what's going on politically, but that's okay because I like these characters. I feel like I'm gonna cry if something happens.
This would happen. Well, let's talk about these books. This ended up being like 3 weeks and I wanted it to be 1 week, so yeah. The first 2 I finished was the Chestnut Spring series. I gave these both 4. They were just so fun. They were just so fun, especially Reckless. I loved Theo Silva in this and the trope, and this one, I don't know, I just didn't really like love it as much, but still a 4 for the vibes, you know what I mean? I think I talked more about these in my wrap up, so I don't want to be repetitive since that's already been up for a minute. Fake Skating, I feel like this book was like just a little bit too long, and I don't know, I just feel like lately I've been picking up books that are all like around 500 pages and it's kind of annoying me because I'm like, I just want something quick. That was my one thing with this. Also, the third act did kind of pissed me off, but it was fine. This was cute. I just love Lynn Painter's YA books so much. This was a fun time. I gave it like 3.5 and I think that's good. I really honestly have not thought about this since I finished it, but I did really like how the guy in this really liked music and always had a song for each moment because that's something that's really relatable to me. So I really liked that and I really want to listen to this playlist soon. And then this book, I feel like this is one of those ones where maybe it was like the wrong time when I read it, but I feel like if I reread this, it could be a 5-star easily, especially with how it ended and how everything just like tied together and even tied back into the Divine Rivals world. I loved that so much. As you can see, I was sobbing and spiraling after, but I just love these characters so much. This is such like a soulmate love story. I really enjoyed it and I love Rebecca Ross, but the politics in this one were just a little confusing for me to grasp. So like I said though, I do think with a reread, I would love it so much. But I think I'm gonna give this 4. I don't know, it's one of those ones where every time I cry over a book I'm like 5 stars, amazing, incredible. But I really haven't thought about this since I already want to reread this maybe in like a year-ish because I feel like I would really like it even more. I just don't know if I was in the mood for this type of fantasy, and then this is such a long book, so it just felt like I was reading this forever. Like even when I was about done and I thought back to something that happened in the weekend, I'm like, that's this book. That feels like I read that like years ago. If you read Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows and liked the gods in that and wanted to learn more about that, definitely read this because they're slightly related, like just with the gods, but also you dive very much deeper in this. I really think I need to reread it because also it does have names up here, and I think using that more, looking back on it, would have helped me a lot more. I just have not been in the mood for fantasy lately, and especially like this, it's more intellectual. Like you actually have to think and remember who's who and what realm is what, and I just was not capable of doing that at this time. That is what I ended up reading in this week. It turned into like 3 weeks, so I'll see you guys next time.